I'm going to change gears here a little bit. I came up with a little short list, and this is kind of a free association thing. You're a right brain thinker. If you don't want to comment on something, just say pass. I'm not going to have any political figures, but just give me either a few words or a few sentences or some thoughts, and I'm just going to, belt them out here. So the first one I got on the list is Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice, best receiver to ever play the game.
Okay. Mike Singletary, you talked about him a little bit already.
Yeah, Mike Singletary is probably the most intense guy I've ever met.
Alden Smith.
One of the best players I've ever faced.
Dunbar High School.
Dunbar High School was a school that I went to, my high school that I went to and played football at.
Richard Sherman.
Richard Sherman was probably, during my time in the NFL, he was one of the best corners in the game.
Okay. We've heard a lot about in the press about this guy lately, and you had a magic connection with him, Alex Smith.
Alex Smith is the most resilient man on earth.
Okay. What do you think makes that resiliency? What makes him tick, do you think?
I think he really wants to succeed more than anything. He wants to, that's what he wants. I mean, if he's down, he's going to keep fighting until he's back up. I watched him in San Francisco. I watched him go from San Francisco to Kansas, have tons of success. And then he left Kansas, went over to the Washington Red football team, and he's still doing it. He's still doing it. He had a really catastrophic injury that he had to face. And if you look at him now, he's back, and he looked like he didn't lose a step at all.
Okay. And then for those that, the catch 3. Mm-hmm. Tell me about that.
The catch 3. That's one of the most significant plays in 49ers history. It was a play that was thrown to me by Alex Smith. It was our first time in the playoffs. We sealed the game. We came back. It was one of those games where if you were watching, you wouldn't have believed if someone told you we were going to win that game. You would have asked the question. You're like, how are they going to win this game? We came all the way from behind, and we had the drive of a lifetime. I mean, we drove the ball all the way down, and we ended up scoring with a few seconds left on the clock.
Okay. Your grandfather.
My grandfather was one of the most integral pieces in my life, and he was my hero.
What do you think that he gave you, Vernon, your grandfather? Because you talk a lot about him.
He gave me advice. He gave me mentorship. He gave me the formula of how to become a man, how to treat a woman, how to protect your family. He was just everything that I needed at that time or any time. He was just always there. He showed me the way.
Okay. I got one more. Deion Sanders.
Deion Sanders, best cornerback to ever play the game.
Okay.